Hello board gamers and welcome to my Maladum Dungeons of Enveron solo review. Well, the box says immersive adventure in realm of magic. Well, in immersive it is indeed, trust me on that. They really did think about all they possibly can. As you can see, the map is completely 3D. There are walls, doors, openings, pillars, even well, tombs, and really nice miniatures. So basically it is immersive, and all this stuff they actually open. You can store items inside them, and items are done with these tiles, and you even have an inventory where you need to store your items. So yeah, it's really immersive in that sense. And if you talk about a little bit more about the solo, well, in a way, this is a perfect solo game because the solo has same elements as you would have with 4 real people playing with you. Of course, you have to play alone all the characters you have in your party, but the rules are the same. You don't have to adjust anything or make any compromise because you are playing solo. So in that way, it is a perfect solo game. And if you are someone who likes games like HeroQuest, Oathsworn, or anything like that, maybe even Gloomhaven, I think this is a game for you, but it's not the typical board game. So if you are someone who usually enjoys playing Terraforming Mars or something like Ark Nova, some of the basic stuff, this is not that type of game at all, because it's a dungeon crawler, of course. So it's their own genre in that way, and you really have to like these kind of games to enjoy this game. But if you are a fan of something like HeroQuest, this is the ultimate holy grail game for you, and the solo experience is perfect in that kind of game. And as I mentioned before, they really think about all the angles there can be. In this game, you can throw your weapons, you can ignite your arrows, you can persuade an NPC character, you can trade with them. There's just so much stuff. It's really hard to even begin to talk about those, because there is so much stuff that can happen. Your character can get poisoned, it can be blessed, it can be fatigued. Different weapons function in different ways. You can parry with swords. There is just so much stuff. But the rules are kinda simple. There are just a lot of minor things. But luckily, the rule book, which is by the way pretty heavy, it's 90 page long, but it has an index, and you can fast find anything you want to find. For example, if you want to see how the rest works, well, it's right here. Rest page 30. So pretty easy. It would have been nice if they would made play rates, because now you have to check, for example, how magic work. It's behind the rule book, and there are lots of skills in this game. Well, you guessed it, you have to check the rule book. Everything is here, but you always have to check it from this book. And if you would play this with 4 people, you have only one rule book, so that might be an issue. But as a solo gamer, you have the one book, you can check all those stuffs. But I have been playing this now like a little bit over a week, and I still can't remember even half of the skills I have. I have to constantly check them. Maybe in time I will remember them better, but that also speaks about the depth of the game, because there is a lots of skills, and there is also scenario book where you have your different scenarios, and there is a lots of these also. And as a replay value, this game is high on replay value, because you can always build new team, start from scratch, and you can customize the rules. For example, if you want to play harder, you can add to the event deck these hard events, and that will increase the difficulty. There is a lot of things you can customize. You can leave out rules like darkness or something like that if you don't want to make it super realistic. So the replay value is definitely there. But one major thing you have to ask yourself, are you willing to build this terrain every time you play a new map or new scenario? Because it took me like a half hour to build this 3D dungeon, and that's something that you have to add to the playtime. So this is a game you need to leave on the table, and you need to spend several days playing one campaign, and you need to tear down it and assemble it multiple times. But I found it kind of fun, so it's not that bad or annoying. But if you are someone who just wants to play fast dungeon crawler and don't want to do all this work by yourself, it might be a big risk for you to get this game. But if you don't mind that, this is the holy grail of dungeon crawlers. It's so smooth, the system is so fantastic, there's so much little details. The skill tree reminds me of something like Diablo or World of Warcraft from PC, and it feels so deep. Of course, there are expansions available for this game, and if you would buy those, it would add you more items to item pouch and these item packs. You would get more characters. In the base box you get 7 different characters, and I don't know, 6 or 7 or different of these different class types. They are double-sided, so there is variation. But if you get an expansion or 2, you will explode the replay value and content. So there is much to dig deep in this game if you want to get the expansions. In the rulebook they mention several times this is starter set, so I assume there is lots to come after the release. So yeah, if you are a solo player who enjoys dungeon crawlers, I think you should get this. But if you want fast setup times, or you don't generally like role-playing dungeon crawlers, this is not for you. But let me say this, it is an amazing game if you are a fan of this genre. It is so good, and I have played Hero Quest, I have played last year Oathsworn, I completed the game, and in my opinion this is more fun. And what I missed in Oathsworn was the replay value. When I completed the game, I felt like I don't never ever want to play it again, because it's just a boss battle, and there's a narrative. But this game, I can see people resetting it, trying different team, trying different route on the campaign. There is even a scenario where you can grind, you can do it over and over again. It's called Coin and Glory, and it even says in the rulebook that this is the scenario you can repeat again and again to gain experience and loot, but of course it also progresses the danger meter on the campaign. But this game offers a lot more replay value for sure. But yeah, the setup time could be a barrier to someone. But as you can see, the game is beautiful on the table. I haven't seen this kind of 3D game before. So yeah, that's I guess it's a price you have to pay to get the 3D immersive role-playing dungeon crawler. So yeah, but they truly turned every corner. The details are amazing in this game. There is so much realistic stuff going on. You can, as I mentioned, throw your weapons to opponents. You can throw them on the ground. You can search these chests and tombs, and you can cast spells. There are traps and fire, and you can claim ladders, and oh my god, it's endless. The list is endless. You can do almost anything you want. So that's crazy. But yeah, as a solo gamer, this is definitely a dungeon crawler you need to get. So that's my opinion. And I'm not a huge dungeon crawler fan, but I have played several of those games to compare them well enough to say that this is a great dungeon crawler game. And especially for solo player, you don't miss anything that you would miss when you play with other people. So it's a perfect solo experience in that way. So if you have any questions, leave a comment below and I will answer all your questions the best I can. I also just released a video where I show the assemble, so you get some kind of idea how the map is assembled. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.